Hey everybody, I got Russ Davis with me, CEO of In Russ We Trust. Russ, great to have you on.
Yeah, nice seeing you, Tony.
So Russ, tell us about yourself, your background, and what do you do?
Crypto consultant, primarily for celebrities or high-end, high net wealth individuals who don't want to just test their luck with the markets. They want some real insight on what they're investing on and why.
Sure.
And then the everyday thing is my Facebook group in Russ We Trust. We have 25,000 members. You can join it for free, but we also have subscription plans from anywhere from $20 to $200 a month, where you get real into depth, just knowledge about crypto. Or you could ask dumb questions like, what is a Bitcoin, or when moon? What does that mean? Or so we can cater to everybody from a first grader to a grandmother.
So Russ, you're being modest, man, because you were on the news. You were early to Shiba Inu. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, back in February of 2020, I started researching Shiba to the point where I my first post ever on Facebook about crypto was buy this token. At that point, I think I thought it was a coin. I was like, I didn't even know what it was, but I knew it was going to be big. And so I talked with some of my groups. My WhatsApp group was my main source for knowledge on crypto,
Sure.
and we all came to the same conclusion that this was either extremely undervalued or a huge rug pull. And the market cap, I think, was like $3 million when I discovered it. So we started the first Shiba Facebook page, and we gained 50,000 members within literally like a month.
Wow.
And the Ryoshi reached out to us on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
And so him and at that point, Brad and I were the ones who started the whole marketing campaign for Shiba. We became like official marketers, like a marketing dev for Shiba.
Wow.
Which was crazy now, because I say that and people were like, bullshit, like, or at least they're thinking it.
Right.
But we still own the official Shiba token page on Facebook. And I haven't spoken to Ryoshi in quite some time, but we used to communicate pretty often, especially Brad. And it was something that put me on the map, because people were like, all right, at least this guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
So then I started in Russ We Trust, because I wasn't gonna talk about other tokens on the Shiba page.
Sure.
So I had to start something separate to talk about all the other ones and the new concepts and the new ideas. And it's been a roller coaster. It feels like I've been in this for 10 years. So,
So do you believe Ryoshi is Vitaly?
no, I do not. No,
That's a conspiracy theory.
It's a conspiracy theory. No, there's plenty of stuff I can say about that. He's not my dad.
So how did you go from in Russ We Trust to getting celebrities, and then maybe you can name drop a little bit?
I don't know. It just kind of happened. Like, hey, would you mind talking to my friend? He's a UFC fighter, and like, yeah, okay, cool. And then when people started really, I talked about it in February and March, when Shiba was about to blow up. And I said, Shiba will be a household name in 1 year. And people laughed, but the ones who didn't laugh are still with me today,
Right.
part of my team. And when it became a household name, I started getting a lot of requests from celebrities, because I was becoming a little crypto celebrity myself, which was, to me, crazy. But then, one thing leads to another, and the celebrities who give you referrals are going to refer other celebrities.
Oh, yeah.
And so I've worked with Lee Sampson out of Malibu, who's I think like a billionaire, and he's a great guy. And so got him started trying to teach him a little bit about crypto and everything. He's a financial guy, so he didn't want to miss out. Antonio Brown and I, we've had our ups and downs with the crypto world, but me and him are still great friends.
Right.
And there's some other people, but I'm not sure who I'm allowed to name.
Oh,
Some
sure.
of the
Probably NDAs, right?
I don't want to cross lines here, but It's really fun. It's really fun.
That's awesome.
I'm actually going this weekend to see Andrea Bocelli. I became friends with him and his wife Veronica through crypto.
Can you bring me, Russ? I
Yeah,
just want to hear the man sing, you know?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, Veronica sent us passes for me and my family to go. So, me and her have kept in touch. She's an amazing person, amazing family. And those are some of the great stories that have come from me working in crypto, which is insane.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So no secret, we are in crypto winter, bear market. Screw Sam Bankman-Fried, screw FTX.
Yep. Eventually it'll be a good thing. Get those scumbags out of here.
Right.
We got to shake it down. It's terrible. It's a terrible look because now you got those guys that are, have always said, F crypto, it's all scam. And it just, they pump their chest for a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, calm down. We're still all up quite a lot of money. All right. If you've been in it. But you've got to get some of these guys like Sam Bank. He's a scumbag, and he was way too cocky. I never liked him. It's ever since I had when I went on CNBC, she talked about the Congress hearings and I heard him speak. I was like, there's something about this guy I just don't like. And
I think to your point, right? Yeah, I heard he was playing video games during meetings, and it's like the facade of the money, right? And like, we doing all these big sponsorships, but when you look at what was actually happening, the substance behind the company, obviously.
No, I mean, I forgot who it was that commented on it, but they said, FTX had like 50 employees, and for the scope of what they were projecting, how big they were, they would have needed at least 1,000, and they would have needed more than 50 in their legal team alone.
Right.
So I didn't know that much in depth about it, but then I started hearing right before the collapse, I started hearing about the whole conspiracy theory, which turned out in my mind is completely true about how FTX Sam was donating hundreds of millions of dollars to the Biden campaign.
Oh yeah.
And in return, they were writing blank checks to Ukraine. Now, Ukraine, the agreement was, we're going to get you all these blank checks, but you have to hold all of your holdings in FTX crypto. So it came back. It's like almost like a huge tax write-off for Sam. So, and the research that I've seen on Reddit and all the WhatsApp boards is pretty indisputable.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's not just that, okay, it was a bad exchange. This thing touched the political system, the VCs, hedge funds, everybody. It was Tom Brady and all these people were involved.
Brady, I heard that stand with that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's unfortunate for the time being.
Yeah,
but eventually it'll be good.
Right.
And don't fuck with CZ. Don't fuck with Binance. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like I was on my own boards. I said, you're bringing a butter knife to a machine gun fight here. Come on. Binance will always be Binance.
Right.
And then our watered down whatever version is Coinbase for America. But we need more of just a solid oligopoly. We need a few good key exchanges. We don't need 100, and we don't need anyone that have crooked people like Sam. We need to expose them. We need more regulation.
Right.
And then that way we'll be able to move forward.
And even so, to your point, we do need regulations. But what Sam did wasn't crypto specific. Commingling of funds and stealing money from customers, that is not crypto. You could do that in the banking world, right?
Yeah.
So he was just outright breaking normal laws, like things you shouldn't do.
Yep. Yeah. Well, the Onion, the fake newspaper called the Onion. They had some post on Instagram. It was like FTX gets fined for doing things that real banks do, or something like that. It's like, yep.
Right, 2008 and all that stuff.
Yeah. But in the long term, it'll be fine. And let's get the bad players out of the game now, and let's change some minds about how crypto is and who's really behind it. And it's not some just cocky, guy playing video games who made some good financial moves and became a billionaire. Doesn't mean he's a good representative of crypto.
Absolutely. And to your point, there is a silver lining to this, where exchanges are doing proof of reserves now.
Yep.
Multiple tree audits. So it's like raising the industry to a higher level.
Yeah.
Even though it's a bad situation.
Yeah.
So when do you think we might see crypto spring? This is a hard question.
We've got a few months to go. Historically, January is not very good as it stands already.
Sure.
We had a good run. I think it was maybe 2 years ago. January was actually it broke the charts for the previous like 8 years, but we're not there. So we have to get past that into where it's normally a crypto spring,
Right.
maybe March. But right now, hey, not selling. I've hedged enough. I've DCA'd, down cost averaged everything.
Right.
But if you're not in the game, this is a great time to get into it.
Oh, mine is yeah.
I definitely held on a little bit longer than I should have for some of these, but I'm a habitual holder, so whatever, it's paid off. So I would say buy now, whatever you're into,
Right.
and wait, just be patient. It'll be a couple months, I think,
Right.
at least.
Yeah, I think there's also just these macro factors. You can't fight the Fed, right? And as these macro factors come to wind down, things will start popping up. So where can folks find your group and your website and all that jazz?
Facebook, it's in Russ We Trust. My Instagram, we have like 30,000 followers in there, is in Russ We Trust Crypto. And in www.inrusswetrustcrypto.com is where you can learn more about me. You can see all my interviews on Fox, CNN, CNBC, all the podcasts I've done.
Right.
And then you can also become a subscriber, which you get, we actually do, private AMAs and get real into detail, as much as detail as people need or want.
Sure.
And we answer those hard questions that sometimes I won't even answer publicly. But so we'll even talk taxes, we'll get crazy.
Yeah, that's a big one, right? What do you do with taxes after you cash out?
All these conferences, not one table wants to touch taxes.
Exactly.
So,
oh man, Russ, pleasure chatting with you, man.
You too, my man.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks.